Hello YouTubers, Monkey Jr. here for another episode of Bare Bones Monday. The gun featured in today's episode is the AUG A3, also known as the AUG, and it was requested by Rogue Pube II. So the AUG is from Austria originally, and it is one of the first successful bullpup rifles ever made. For those of you who don't know, a bullpup rifle is actually, the magazine is actually loaded in the back of the gun, essentially giving it a long barrel length at the same time as having the gun being shorter. So obviously guns that have the magazine loaded in the middle of the gun have to have a longer barrel to be able to have the same distance between the mag and the end of the barrel where the bullet comes out. So having the magazine at the back gives you the opportunity to have a shorter gun. So moving right along with the stats of the weapon, it has a maximum damage of 24.5 and a minimum damage of 18, which is the basic assault rifle damage model. Drop-off starts at 12.5 meters and ends at 60 meters. The fire rate is 700, burst or full auto. The muzzle velocity is quite fast at 670 meters per second, suppressed 380. It has a magazine size of 31. It has a respectable short reload of 2.5 and a reload empty of 3.1. The recoil on this gun is quite manageable. It has 0.26 up, 0.22 to the left, and 0.17 to the right. It has a 1.95 first shot multiplier, however. So that means every time you're going to take that first shot out of your gun, it's going to kick a lot more than assault rifles that obviously have a lower first shot multiplier. Now obviously this gun is more meant to be used in medium to long range combat. I wouldn't really use it in really close range combat because you're going to be out DPS'd by assault rifles which have a much higher fire rate. So obviously using the gun stock you can manage with it, but seeing as it is a longer range assault rifle, you might lose your targets a lot more because you're going to see a lot less pixels of the enemy on your screen. So you're going to have to be on top of your game, and you can actually hold the fire down on this gun without having too much trouble hitting your enemy, even at further distances, because the recoil is pretty manageable. But with the iron sights, if you tap fire it, you might have a little bit more of an issue because of that high first shot recoil multiplier. It's going to really mess up your aim. So obviously, as soon as you can equip a sight on this, it would be ideal because you're going to be able to start tap firing the weapon more and burst firing and being able to engage enemies at much longer ranges. Also, the reload time, which isn't the best, especially the long reload, is like at 3.1 seconds. It's fairly long, especially that in Battlefield everything is so fast paced. There's always shit blowing up everywhere and there's action all around you. It could be better, but it's a good all-around gun. I don't see it very much on the battlefield. People tend to use the assault rifles, which are really meant for long range or are really meant for close quarters, and never like the medium gun. Like I'm thinking about the SAR-21, which is excessively good at long range, and the AK-971, which is excessively good at close range. And you also have better choices for weapons that are more adaptable all around. So moving right along to the attachment part of the video for the AUG A3. For the optic, I obviously put a Coyote on there, which is, as you guys know, my favorite optic. For the accessory, I just put the green laser sight on because I don't see the point in any other attachments anyways, except maybe the magnifier, but it's not my forte. For the barrel, nothing, and for the underbarrel attachment, I actually put the potato grip on there for a good part, but I was better off with like the folding grip to reduce that first shot recoil. I was taking a lot of burst fire shots instead of going fully automatic fire. Finishing up the video on some Rogue Transmission gameplay TDM, which I used this game mode to record my footage because it's just a lot of action for you guys to see instead of like having that short period of time where you don't really see much and it kind of gets boring. And it's just the fastest way to get all the footage I need. But anyways, for this gun, at first I actually had like quite a hard time getting used to it because I hadn't used it in so long since I got like the 500 kills with it to get the mastery dog tag. I had probably not used it since, except when I picked it up off an enemy when I was out of ammo. And it was actually kind of a learning curve, honestly, because you can't really use it as much or as much as I wanted in close quarters, and it's not the most adaptable gun in Battlefield 4. Honestly, there's much better choices for guns that you can use, and they're very, very versatile guns, like the M416 or the Ace-23 would be my top picks for versatility. Even the L85A2, I'm kind of leaning towards that gun lately. It has great long range accuracy. It's great at medium and pretty decent at close range. And seeing as I'm quite accurate shot, I can still compete with people that have the AK-971. So the AUG-3 is it's probably why it's not used as much as some other assault rifles, because there's just better choices out there. There's simply better choices. And I think that is kind of Battlefield 4's problem, is they have so many weapons that some go unused because they don't feel unique, or they're not there's just weapons that are honestly better out there, which might not be the same in real life. I mean, this gun probably has its purposes in real life and it's probably very good, but in Battlefield 4, as you have all the other choices, you kind of lean towards the better ones and the more competitive ones. So that wraps it up for today's video on Bare Bones Monday. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit that dislike button. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. And also, don't forget to leave down in the comments down below what gun you would like to see featured in next week's episode, or you can also send me a Facebook or Twitter message. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.